Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I'm in Marina del Rey, California, and I'm at the Korea Conference. I've been covering this conference for many years. A big shout out to Jenny and Jim Huang for inviting us out here. And guess who I got on the show next? This has to be my first interview of the conference. We got Jim Huang. James, man, welcome back.
Adam, thank you so much, and thank you for covering it since the beginning.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, I've been following your journey. You've been running around. I've been seeing you in different countries, different states. This is our time to catch up, and the audience gets to listen. What have you been up to, man? Talk to me.
Well, keeping busy since we always say survive to 2025. Now it's going to be 26. So ever since COVID, everyone had to remake themselves, rebrand themselves, change. And before it was the metaverse, but now you can't really get away from AI innovation. And I know with the Korea conference, helping accelerate and bringing awareness to many of the Korean companies, this year we're going to have some AI companies where if people take a look, they're talking about $1 billion AI companies, like with one person, startup founder. So this is really...
And that's a real thing now. It wasn't once upon a time. It was like that kind of a dream. But now when you see what people are doing, you're like, wait a minute, this is going to continue to happen.
Oh, absolutely. And when you just use it and see it. So one of our friends during a presentation, he asked me some questions like, what are my challenges? He literally prompted, asked it, put in the questions, built the model. And in 30 minutes, he said, of course, it's time putting it in.
Sure.
But the cost of the tokens really cost $1.10, but it's time. And this would have cost me before and many others tens of thousands of dollars, plus it would have took months to complete. And he did it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because it's just, to me, the people that are, I don't want to say getting in, but I'll say the people that are integrating AI into their day-to-day lives, just to even become more productive, they're winning. I think about like now how much areas that it touches in our business and that Mission Matters and what it's allowed us to do. And it's interesting. And I think about other businesses. You're an expert in real estate, commercial real estate. I mean, you've been in the business a long, long time. What's exciting you about AI as it relates to real estate? Like, what are you seeing?
Yeah, so I said to a lot of younger generation, don't be afraid of it. Definitely learn it. If you're older, actually, I've had discussions about you have a brand, you have a recognition, you have credibility. Now, many of the things that was holding back the older generation is programming and building it. If you could just communicate to it, now you can build it. So with the credibility, you can now package it, market it, and build a company with what you know in your head. So it really is an exciting time for the younger generation, but the older, but you got to really take the time to learn it, plug into it, surround yourself with other experts, and really like what we're doing here at the Korea conference, just dialoguing and discussing.
So you've been with the Korea conference, I believe, since the beginning, right? With Jenny, and like ever since it started as I think it was a holiday party originally, then it grew, or something like that. Off the top of my head, it's been a little while since I got the original story, but as it's progressed year over year, like, can you talk about where we're at maybe this year and the vision for the future?
Yeah, so Jenny learned when she went to an Israeli conference about technology in 2009, and she said, wow, we need this for the Korea conference, where she used to put in holiday events and people got together, and it was really very connected, smart people in the room having discussions. So she used it as a focal point 4 years ago to steer with who she knows to having a purpose of really accelerating, putting awareness on Korean ideas, concepts, fashion, just about Korea, to really push the knowledge of helping it identify. And there were so many successes at the Korea conference with so many startups that came here. I mean, it's amazing when you follow up with everyone like yourself, right? When you see some people you've talked a long time ago, it became truly amazing.
It's fun to me. And to see everybody come to the room and to think about doing businesses in Korea and the United States, vice versa, back and forth. And what excites you about, like, let's talk about the markets going back and forth, like the exchange of ideas and what that means. Like whether it was the companies that have been pitching to come into the Korea conference to be able to showcase what they're up to, or the companies that have participated. Like, what excites you there?
It's always learning. And when they're pitching, they're showing what is kind of the cutting edge, right? Solving a problem. That's where people create new companies, is to solve a problem. And it's really learning of what else people are doing, maybe globally, geographically, industry type But it is a quick way of learning when you see people pitch. That's why I do believe when you go through different pitch competitions, whether it's consumer, technology, financial, there's always something you learn in getting the deck and finding the experts because
Yeah.
it's tough out there to raise capital because so many people are doing it. And we're even seeing now with AI, everyone can do it because now you can have what you have in your idea being programmed and all these different concepts. So watching somebody compete in the most fierce market is entrepreneurship,
Mm.
raising capital, putting money in,
Mhm.
constantly evolving your craft
Yeah.
is amazing. And that's where you learn and you find other experts to connect with.
Yeah. So we've talked a lot about, tech, AI, what's going on, of course, the Korea conference. I want to get into the old school just a little bit here. Some of the what we would call back in the day soft skills of rebuilding relationships, of keeping close contacts, of keeping your word. For the let's say, I don't feel like we talk about that enough as we get caught up in the AI spot. I know that's one of the things that you've been a mentor for me on for many years is building relationships, building strong connection and bonds. Could you talk on that concept a little bit here? Because that's what I know you for.
Yes. And that's probably one of still the most important thing. Technology can help you be more efficient, effective, but trust,
Mm,
integrity, relationship. You can't, and a lot of people now with the fakes,
yeah.
and now you have to post whether AI touched any part of it, whether it rewrote it,
Mm,
whether using avatars, but the relationship, if they go, Adam, I know you.
yeah.
So when you tell me someone to talk to,
Mm,
that's important because that's the relationship and trust. So I think right now, currently, that still is in play.
mm,
The relationship, the trust, the friendships. Really now, even I always say for the younger generations with getting a job,
mm,
if I said, Adam, here's somebody I know they would be a good fit,
yeah.
you'll probably look at the
Of
resume
course.
than
Of course.
getting thousands of resumes
Oh my
for
gosh.
Mission Matters.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Everyone wants
Yeah.
to work because they see the brand, but how do you go through unless you have that personal relationship you can reach out? So right now, personal relationships is probably one of those AI proofs.
Mm,
But of course, you guys still have to put in the hard work, building your brand, bringing your credibility, and being authentic, right?
yeah.
And showing who you really are as a person and keeping true to that. Because we've seen now with social media,
Mm.
things can get exposed very quickly
Oh
if you
yeah.
don't do things right.
Yeah, that's a given. Yeah, and I look at that concept though, and I tell people this all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, I get that even in a one person company, let's say, there's going to be somebody at some point you're talking to, whether it's you need capital to expand, even if it is a one person company, maybe it's infrastructure, maybe it's some like at some point in the supply chain. You're going to have to talk to people. And at the end of the day, like those relationships, those strong relationships, that's what's going to let you scale. That's what's going to let you continue to grow, and then ultimately that's what's going to let you build something that maybe lasts. That maybe lasts.
I would say 100% because you can build a company and that's just a technology, that's a idea. You just don't need staff a lot of times,
Yeah.
but you interact with other companies, other people.
Mm,
So you're still not in a silo. It's yes, you created this company that could be as automated
mm,
as much as possible, but there's other support teams, groups that
yeah.
may not be automated that doesn't at this point integrate
Hmm.
that you do need a relationship and good communication
Mm,
skills to build the bond. So
yeah.
it's still in play, like
Hmm.
what you were saying, the people skills, the soft skills, so important right
Yeah.
now.
So we're in September 2025. Let's say we're heading to the end of the year. What's next in the agenda for you? Like, what's next? What do you got on the schedule?
Well, for me, probably
A
see
lot of traveling.
some international traveling abroad to
Yeah.
Dubai, Asia, some big partnerships we're putting together, and it
Mm,
really is. You need the people, which you have to go a lot of time flying and meet the person,
yeah.
and through friendships. But we're using the technology and AI to connect. So when we meet, when we
Mm,
talk, when we build friendship and trust, things can go a lot quicker and scale. So
yeah.
that's the exciting things where we say a lot of the old timers, you're not out of the game yet because your relationships, interpersonal skills, your network
Yeah.
is in play. And for the younger, they just have to learn this new world that everyone's in and not really shy away.
Mm.
A little bit of traveling before year's end.
Exciting times. Exciting
Yes.
times. Man. Last thing I want you to do, Jim, if somebody wants to follow you on social media or otherwise or connect with you and your team, how do they do it?
Yes, you could reach out to me at James Huang on LinkedIn, JamesHuang. And hopefully I pop up pretty good. I've been trying to work on the social media. Thank you to Mission
Come on.
Matters. building that up. So I'd love to connect with everyone to talk about real estate, technology, entrepreneur finance. I'm kind of a deal junkie like you.
Yeah, awesome. And for everybody listening, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes, so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day, we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Jim, thanks again for coming to the show, man. Good to catch up.
Thank you so much, Adam.